All right, so I have to let you in on a little bit of my process here. I'm redoing a reaction right now. Well, at least part of one. This reaction right here I did yesterday, and I put it up on Patreon as early release because I planned on releasing it over here on YouTube. I did a reaction to All to You and Over You from Helluva Boss, which I'm watching over on Patreon, and we're up to season 2, episode 9, which is where both of these songs came from. So I thought I would do a double header reaction, but then I've been thinking about it since yesterday, and I just feel I didn't do a good job. I feel I've been thinking about this song, that song All to You, and it's just been in my mind and my emotional system since yesterday, and I feel like I got so caught up on how interesting Bryce's vocal change was in the reaction and how he got a little more pop rocky that I made the whole reaction about that, and I didn't really talk about this. The lyrics and the chords and that like the major minor changes and the throwback 80s balladiness of the chords and the lyrics. I didn't talk about the lyrics. I just got fixated on that one topic, and I feel like I owe you all a better reaction. So I'm just going to be doing All to You in this reaction as opposed to doing both of the songs. I'm probably going to be doing Over You as a separate one as well, because I want to get into this. This is such a great performance from Bryce, who's in previews now for Chess on Broadway, and he's going to be officially opening in a couple weeks. I can't wait. We're going to watch that also together, and I'll probably go see it on Broadway and give you my thoughts because I live pretty close to there. So anyway, all right, enough blabbing. So we're going to go through this again. If you've watched my one on Patreon, there's so much more to talk about with the song. It's so beautiful. So here we go. Let's check it out.
I let you get too close. I let it go too far. Now I know, now I know, now I know exactly what you are. Na 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 na. A motherfucker. Na 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 na. I don't think you meant to hurt me.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think it meant a thing at all.
I don't think you meant to hurt me because I don't think it meant a thing at all. Oh, those lyrics. I just got goosebumps as I said those lyrics to you. It's so exciting. It's so well thought out. I'm sorry. I don't think you meant to hurt me because I don't think it even meant anything to you, you know? Like the way that thought is just so true, right? Like it's such a real thing to say, such a real thing that we experience, you know, in relationships with each other. And that's the cleverness, like the underlying sort of theme of clever, you know, oh, it's just a funny cartoon that's raunchy and makes you laugh and go, oh, I can't believe they said that. And then it's also a cartoon that makes you feel really deep, thoughtful things about your own relationships in your life and your past experiences. And they're very real things, you know? It's brilliant. This reminds me of Creep by Radiohead. I'm a creep. It's so similar in feel, you know? So I was, in my other reaction to this, I was fixating on Bryce's grit technique and how throughout the show, he's so much more light and there's a sweeter tone, and he's not adding the false chord grit, which is, it's that squeezy thing you do in your pharynx, which is the space above your larynx, inside of your vocal tract, and you just kind of, I know, and I know a bit, and he's doing a little bit of that, just a little bit, not so much that he sounds like gritty rock and rolly too much, but he does turn the dial up a little bit here, which is so different from the sweet, soft, gentle, loving, warm tone that we've heard from Stolas throughout the show. And I kind of made, like, my whole reaction was about that. And I missed all of the, like, emotional stuff that's happening here, too. So I'm not going to go into all the pop rockiness, although that was such a fascinating part of the song.
I keep on waiting to want you less than I do.
Great flip.
And I do, oh I do, yes I still do want you. But maybe it's all on me for missing every sign and every glance and every turn. No, it's a motherfucker.
I like that background.
Maybe there's something here for us to glean, for you to teach and me to try to learn. No, he's a motherfucker. 'Cause darling, you're the thief, but you were mine to earn.
So, for context, spoiler, I'm about to be a spoiler here if you haven't seen the show. So, cover your ears or go watch the show and then come back. So, this moment, we're in a moment where Stolas is at a party of all of the exes of Blitz, who he's going through. He's kind of creating boundaries for Blitz here in this song, or in this kind of part of the show, which is very emotional, this part, and we're at a party right now that he was invited to by Verosica, who is also another ex of Blitz's, and we're at a party and he's singing this song kind of about Blitz at a party that's a whole party talking about for the exes of Blitz to hate on Blitz, basically. That's the context of the song.
Came on too strong. What if I read this so wrong? What if we just don't belong? All this what if why makes me burn.
Oh, I love that part.
You meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all.
Now it's gotten bigger.
No, not at all.
Wait, what did they say? Actually, I didn't catch that the first time.
To hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all. No, not at all.
It did. Oh, they're saying like, no, it didn't. It didn't mean a goddamn thing. That's what they're saying. I have to hear that one more time. Hold on. Sorry.
At all. No, not at all.
Like, that was a weird little musical thing that just was such clever comedy. I like how they're doing like a little call and response here. Stola says, and then they're in the background, they're kind of they're kind of doing this in the background. It's cool. The fucker.
Na 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 na. The motherfucker. Na 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 na. The motherfucker.
So Stolas, it's so beautiful, the emotional shaping of the song and how the transition that Stolas goes through. Because there's a little bit, like, how would you describe the emotional states that are created from his vocal usage in this song? That's the crux. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about great singing. Great singing isn't about doing all of the crazy hardest vocal techniques in every song and showing that you've got them. That's not great singing. What's great singing? Great singing is appropriate singing for the expression you're going for inside of the stylistic, artistic world you're working in. That's it. That's the name of the game. And you can hear, like, how it is his vocal technique portraying the appropriate emotion moment by moment. That's the right question. And in the beginning,
'Cause I don't think it meant.
so it's like, so we're going through, so what is it? It's like he's got angst and fire and anger. There's anger in this song from Stolas. And Stolas, has been a very tender character throughout the show. So it's really nice to see this empowering energy from Stolas. It makes you like, yeah, it's like finally Stolas like standing up for himself. Fuck yeah, like that's kind of the vibe, the feeling I get from it. But you can hear there's moments where he's more in the I'm not taking your bullshit. He's strong. And then there are also moments where, like at the end, it was like him in the sadness of it, right? At the very end. Like, see, now he's reminiscing. So there's still like a longing inside of it. And so right here, see, it's almost like there's a teeny bit of cry in there in this first part. And then it gets more energized. Notice how he made those at alls. He made them different each time, just a little bit. Whenever you repeat text in a song or a melody line, you have to do it differently. We say things twice because of a reason. We say things twice because of a reason. Case in point, it's like I said the second one more emphatically to try to prove a point. So I was louder. I was more energetic, right? So it's this same idea. You want to, and you got to change it up. Like never say the same thing exactly the same way twice in a song. That's a rule. And then I could probably show you some examples where that rule is broken. But you get the idea. So I like this distorted guitar just kind of strumming. You know, it's interesting. And this gives me a little bit of that Creep Radiohead vibe, you know, because I'm a creep. It's kind of like an electric guitar, relatively clean, maybe a little overdrive, I think is how that song starts. And then I'm a creep. And then we go into like distortion. So it's kind of got like a little of that feel at the first part of Creep, a little. And speaking of, while we're talking about the song, I want to talk a little bit about the chords too. How do we get... So here, let me pull up... let me make it so you can see. So this is ultimateguitar.com. I have the chords set up here. This is a great website to find chords and things to play through. So... I let you go too far. No, wait. Let you get too close. Let it go too far. So what I wanted to show you, which gives it like some of that unique feel to it in the chord department, it's these like four chords that are major and then they go to minor. Like that little trick, it takes me back to like 80s and 90s pop rock ballads. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so this spot here. Right there, that G to G minor to D. You can see right here. That little thing there, that little major to minor, which also happens here. I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think you, A minor, meant a thing at all. That little angst, the angst that this A minor chord brings in, and the angst that this G minor chord brings in is so painful and perfect. So, and this just gets into the relationship, you know, into the magic and the magical complexity of how the chords you choose relate to the melodies you choose and how it hits our humanness, you know, hits us emotionally. Like these chords here kill me. I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think you meant, that chord, meant a thing at all. At all. That, it's been going through my head since yesterday, since I did my failed reaction. It's not failed, but I didn't get into talking about the real. I was like in my academic cerebral vocal technique brain a little bit too much, and I think about reacting and doing this content I'm doing on YouTube as kind of an opportunity for me to celebrate this music from multiple angles. And I think of it as kind of a little bit of a skill, like an art, reacting, like I want to celebrate the right stuff. I don't want to blab too long. I want to play the right amount. I don't want to lose your attention. There's all of these. I think of this as skill acquisition as much as anything else in my life. Like I want to do a good job. And so sometimes when I do a reaction the next day, I'm like, you didn't really get to the good stuff, Tim, So that's why I'm doing this one, is I feel there's so much more to celebrate with Bryce, and this amazing performance and the amazing composition of this song and these words. And it's just so, so clever. I also love his cape usage. That little whoosh, sweep of the cape. Watch. Right. I love that. So now he's becoming more empowered. Now he's getting more anger. There's a little less of that longing feeling in his tone here. There's a little more empowerment. Right here. So he's squeezing more. There's more air pressure. The tone has gotten a little brassier. There's, with that a little bit more chord closure and thickening. But it didn't wait. Now he's pressing and a little brassier. Good. Now I love that little flip up. Now that little flip up there, I didn't say this in my last video, but I'll say, want you. Pop, contemporary, commercial music singers won't have such a want you, like a pretty focused tone in the falsetto flip. They have a little more husky, want you. They'll kind of do it more like that. But this is where, I really was talking a lot about musical theater, contemporary commercial music, and how there's a spectrum between them. And it all has to do with the amount of grit you bring in the voice, as well as the enunciation and articulation. That was what I talked about mostly in that other video. And, he's playing the line so nicely of still sounding like musical theater. See, I'm talking about the thing again. It's sounding like musical theater, but adding a little pop rock edge into his voice. It's a well curated amount of that in his musical theater singing,
And I do, yes, I still do want you. But maybe it's all on me for missing every sign and every glance and every...
I like all these pictures of Blitz and it being, turning his back, like being resistant. What a crazy concept, singing to pictures of the character turning away. You know what I mean? What brilliant thinking. Like, what kind of a brainstorming session did that come out of? You know what I mean? I love this part. Yeah. That was such a cool exit of the bridge. I think of this part really as the bridge of the song, right? This is like the bridge. And a bridge generally, if you think about song form, what's a bridge do? A bridge is all about creating a deviation from the musical material that we've heard up to this point in the song, so our brain has a little bit of a break, and we take us somewhere else. Commonly, bridges can get weird, and they have varying in length, and then we somehow come back to the musical material that we've heard before in the song, and that coming back refreshes and renews and helps further burrow the hook into our brains. Like, that's what a bridge does. And this bridge is so good. And the build up out of the bridge into the exciting chorus at the end, brilliantly constructed. Right here, it starts getting more agitated. Now we get the most rockin', the most edgy, the most angsty Stolas here.
'Cause I don't think it meant a thing at all.
What did it?
No, not at all.
That was Blitz covering his eyes there. Blitz really is going through it in this episode. Like a lot of truth bombs. Oh, so beautiful. By the way, I got to say this. I'm a vocal coach. This is my website. I have to talk about my team. I forgot to mention them earlier in the video. I've been teaching voice 25 years. These are my amazing people. If you are looking to learn how to sing, any one of these humans, I would trust fully, telling you to work with. They're just amazing people. And the link is down in the description to my website. We're growing so much because of the channel. We have students all over the world now. It's so fun. So if you need a vocal coach, hit us up. Links in the description. We do in-person out here in New York, tri-state, and we have locations Philadelphia, Jersey City. So if you're needing a teacher, okay? Just thought I'd let you know about that. And this na-na-na, it takes me back to like Hey Jude, or, I mean, what's Chapel Roan's na-na-na song? She's got a na-na-na song. So many na-na-na songs out there, right? Anyway, okay, I think I've gone long enough into I did 21 minutes on just this song, and I did 30 minutes on this and Over You. So yeah, so I feel like this song I gave it its full time to honor, because it's just such a good song, and it's just been on my mind since we checked it out together. So anyway, and also too, if you do want to be a part of my journey over on Patreon, I have the link is down in the description to my community, and we do lots of I have lots of posts I do over there. I do 3 times as much content. I do, in a month, I do 15 to 20 posts on YouTube. I do 40 to 50 on Patreon for you guys supporting the channel. So thank you so much for that, and so much more to come. Okay, I will see you in my next reaction. That was a blast. Cheers.